Now, it's no big secret that the Osmo Pocket audio is absolutely terrible right out of the camera, even with the software update. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to fix that with a utility called Audacity, and it works on Mac or Windows, and it's free. Stick around. What's going on, everybody? I'm Original Dobo and I do drone and tech related media. So if that is your thing, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button at the end of this video. And if you're not already, make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram. That is where I'm most active. So the audio you're hearing right now is coming straight out of the Osmo Pocket. I have it mounted up in my ring light attached to my iPhone 7. And it's just sort of face tracking. I am shooting in pro mode, but I haven't done anything with the audio just yet. Now, the good thing about the Osmo Pocket is that everything on it is really fixable to a certain extent. Now, DJI has seemed to have limited some of the capabilities of the Osmo Pocket via software. Like, I can't even plug my GoPro mic adapter in and get that to work through USB-C. So we're sort of limited. But in a studio situation sort of like this, or more of a controlled environment, you can fix the audio with Audacity. So let's head over to computer, show you my settings, how I can amp this audio up. Okay, so we're in Premiere Pro now. Now, the good thing about what I'm going to show you is that this will work whether you're using Mac, Windows, doesn't matter, and also any video editing program that allows you to just export audio. Of course, you can also just drop the files into Audacity as well. I just don't typically like to do that. So I've already started editing my video. I haven't touched any of the audio. Anytime we edit any audio from Audacity and bring it in, it's going to be basically green. So you can see none of the audio has been touched, and let's just play this back. Now, it's no big secret that the Osmo Pocket audio is absolutely terrible right out of the camera, even with the software update. So that's the audio coming straight out of this video. I'm going to go ahead and create a new sequence here. And yeah, that's fine. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll create the new sequence. I will import the video that we're working on. And I just want to, we'll change the sequence settings. That's fine. All right, so here's the video. I'm just going to highlight the whole thing here. Okay, so here's the video that we're going to be doing, and let me just go ahead and play this. Talk to you about how to fix that with a utility called... Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and hit File, and I'm going to go down here to Export, and I'm going to make sure this is set to Waveform. Typically, this will be set to H.264. I'm setting it to Waveform Audio, Sequence 2, and Audio to Clean. So we'll label that as Audio to Clean, and I'll hit Export. That's going to drop that on my desktop and drop the audio file that we just did. So this is Audio to Clean, and again, same audio, haven't done anything to it. Okay, so pretty straightforward file so far if everybody's following along. Let's go ahead and highlight this whole clip. Command A or Control A will highlight the entire clip. I'm going to go up to Effect, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, let's go to Equalization. First thing I want to do is equalize this audio. Now you'll see I have some preset sort of wavelengths in here, and I'm going to bring this just down under 6 dBs here. Probably like right about there. And let's bring this back to here. You'll have to play with this. Everybody's voice is different, but I find that this works well for me. I'm going to lower the high just a little bit. Yeah, okay, so that works for me. And then you can go ahead and save this curve, and I'm just going to save it as, name it, Osmo. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Export and Desktop. All right, so that's the XML for the Osmo. So I just saved that so we can go ahead and make sure you guys have access to that as well. All right, let's go ahead and hit OK. And then next thing I want to do is I want to hit this with the Multiband Compressor. So this is my compressor settings. And I'm just going to hit OK. And there we go. So I just hit it with a compressor. And let's go ahead and play this back and hear how it sounds. Terrible right out of the camera, even with the software update. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to fix that with a utility called Audacity, and it works on Mac or Windows. So it sounds pretty good. There may be a little bit of noise, and if I wanted to, I can go ahead and highlight this area here, hit Effect, and then come up to Noise Reduction, get the noise profile, hit All, hit effect again, and then what you're going to want to do is just repeat that noise reduction. And that what this is going to do is just sort of reduce some of that reverb there, which really does help tremendously. It's just all going to be about, you know, how far that mic is from your mouth. And if I wanted to, I could have gotten it a little bit closer. The last thing I want to do is I want to come back in here into bass, and I'm just going to hit this with 2 dBs. I just want it just a little bit more bassy, so it gives a little fuller sound, and hit apply. So that definitely sounds better. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit export. And just call this cleaned audio. And what I could do is, if I wanted to, just go ahead and bring this audio track in, and there it is right there. Let's go ahead and just drop it here. Now the good thing is, like, I already know that this audio is synced because it's the same length, but we could highlight the whole thing and just hit synchronize if we wanted to. Although I don't think it's going to do much since it's literally the same audio track. But let's go ahead and give it a listen without the audio again. Secret that the Osmo Pocket audio is absolutely terrible right out of the camera. So, and it doesn't sound too bad. And let's go ahead and disable this one. And let's go ahead and enable this one. Now it's no big secret that the Osmo Pocket audio is absolutely terrible right out of the camera, even with the software update. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to fix that with a utility called Audacity, and it works on Mac or Windows, and it's free. Stick around. So I like the way that sounds. I think that sounds pretty good. Now, if I wanted to as well, I can go ahead and come over here to effects and go to limiter. If I really want to get, you know, more technical, I can even limit the peaks that's hitting on that audio, and we'll go over to editing and then just go to custom setup. Now I usually limit my audio at about like -6, -7. That seems to be what I like and what works best for me. And let's give that a listen. What's going on, everybody? I'm Original Dobo, and I do drone and tech related media. So if that is your thing, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button at the end of this video. And if you're not already, make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram. That is where I'm most active. So the audio you're hearing right now is coming straight out of the Osmo Pocket. I have to a certain extent. Now, DJI has seemed to have limited some of the capabilities of the Osmo Pocket via software. Like, I can't even plug my GoPro mic adapter in and get that to work through USB-C. So we're sort of limited. But in a studio situation sort of like this, or more of in a controlled environment. So there you go. So that is a quick and easy way to clean your Osmo Pocket audio. It's not super ideal, and I really wish that DJI would release the adapter, or at least update the software to allow third-party vendors to work with mics. It would just make this whole process so much easier, because this audio cleaning is not going to work in crowded spaces where there is a lot of noise. Cleaning audio in noisy situations is just a mess. In a controlled environment like this, yeah, sure, no problem. You can clean the audio if you're just going to use this in, like, let's say your studio or just around home. Yeah, you can probably get away with doing these settings, but it's not super ideal, and it's just an added step that we really shouldn't have to take. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I'll be sure to include that XML file with my settings for Audacity. If you want to check them out, I'll include a link to Dropbox for them. But as always, stay original. I'll see you next time.